Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller are ready to answer your health questions and handle all your prescriptions. They offer free delivery, mail-out service, and accept all utility payments, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Visit Hicks & Boss at 304 Morgantown Street in Uniontown or call 724-437-2828. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 6 and Saturday until 3.
Your local station, WMVS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation today, and I'm looking forward to chatting with you. 724-438-4593. That is the number you need to dial into to be part of today's show. What's on Your Mind brought to you by AR Roofing and Remodeling, Bright Stripes, Seal Coating and Line Striping, Madewell Services, full lawn care and cleaning services, K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Hicks & Boss Drugstore, and Gary's Auto Sales. All right, a warning from the FBI. There is new, I guess they're called spoof calls. And they've gotten very good at this. You'll get a phone call that it comes up on your phone as your bank, whatever your bank is. And the phone number that comes up is the phone number on the back of your bank card, the one that you would use when you call to do your banking needs or you have questions or whatever. And the person on the other phone tells you that there is fraud activity on your account, and they are able to read to you your actual account number and your routing number. They are able to tell you exactly how much money you have in your account. And then they tell you they have set up a new account for you and that you need to transfer your money over. And that's when they get you. They also may say that they are working with the FBI on this and give you a badge number. So beware. Beware. Hang up. Call your bank yourself. Call them back. In fact, you can even tell this person, said, you know what, I'm going to hang up and I'm going to call you back. Or say you're going to call your branch, whatever, but hang up on them. Do not give out any information about your banking accounts, your investment accounts, anything having to do with your money. Do not give out any information to somebody that called you. I don't care what story they give you. Don't give them any information, even though they may already have it. And it is possible they'll get it through the dark web or dumpster diving or whatever. They may, have means to do that. But they need to get you to physically do something. So don't help them. All righty. Also, we keep hearing about data centers. And I'll admit, I can't really tell you exactly what a data center is or does or why it needs so much energy to operate. So there is a data center town hall June 3rd up at Penn State Fayette campus. I believe it starts at 6 p.m. So there will be people involved in the industry up there to answer questions. It's being sponsored, I know, by Fayette County Government, Fayette Chamber of Commerce, Faypenn Economic Council, and the Redevelopment Authority of Fayette County. They're some of the sponsors for this event. So we can talk about data centers here. So I'd love your thoughts on data centers. You know, we hear stories about, hey, they're a great economic driver, would create jobs in the area, would be a great thing for the area, but we also hear that they would cost the population money because they use so much energy that now we got to help pick up the slack when it comes to, I don't know, usage, money spent, infrastructure, that type of thing. So we could talk about that, but that's one of the reasons for this town hall to maybe get some answers on that, as there is a push to have data centers built, you know, it seems like on every street corner any time along the way. All right. Let's see here what else. We have a primary election coming up in, what is it? Is it just 2 weeks from today? 2 weeks from today, we have a primary election. It is too late now to register to vote if you have not done so previously. It's too late for you to vote in the primary election now. May 12th is the last day to register to get a mail-in ballot or an absentee ballot. May 12th on that. And then the polls open at 7 a.m. on Tuesday the 19th and close at 8 p.m. So, but also, so you know what? I went on the county election website earlier today to track down that information. Just to verify that information, and you know what? I can't find it. It's not there. I had to go to the state of Pennsylvania website, Department of State, to get that information. But what I did find on the Fayette County website is several precincts, several voting precincts have been consolidated. And I can tell you what they are. What's interesting is, you know, the website tells you, and it's right there on the front page for the Election Bureau website. It's right there. It says, attention voters, the following precincts have been consolidated effective for May 19th, 2026 primary, and it gives you this list. And for example, okay, Brownsville Borough, Precinct 1, Southside Fire, and 3, South Hills Terrace, are consolidated as Precinct 1. It doesn't tell you where you vote. It just says they've been, do I go to Southside Fire Station or do I go to South Hills Terrace? It doesn't tell you. Now, underneath that list, there is another tab that you can click on, and it says printable list of all Fayette County precinct locations, including the newly combined precincts. I'm sorry. Okay, that's well and good. That's great. That's great. Why are you making it harder? Why not in the section that I just read to you, precincts 1, Southside Fire, and 3, South Hills Terrace, are consolidated as Precinct 1. Why not follow up right then and there? Vote at. Why make me go searching now? It's just, somebody didn't think this through. One, there's no schedule of events to tell me, okay, when's the deadline to do this, when's the deadline to do that. And now the precincts being consolidated, great, but they don't tell you where to vote unless you start doing a deeper dive. So anyway, I'm here to tell you, I can help you out here, all righty? So the one for Brownsville Borough, well, you're going to vote at the fire station, Southside Fire Station. So South Hills Terrace is no more. You're going to vote at the Southside Fire. Connellsville City. Precincts 2 and 3, that's the Senior Center and the Community Center, are being consolidated together, and that will be known as Precinct 2. And you'll vote at the Connellsville Senior Citizens Center. Then also, Precinct 4, New Haven Hose Company. Their boundaries are going to remain the same, but they are now known as Precinct 3. Okay? So there's that. German Township, letting you know here. Precincts 1, which is McClellantown, and 3, Footdale, are consolidated as now Precinct 1. And you vote at the McClellantown Firemen's Social Hall. Let me see here. Precinct 2, Municipal Building, and Precinct 4, Ada, are consolidated into Precinct 2, and you'll vote at the German Township Municipal Building. Luzerne Township, Precinct 2 and 4 are consolidated as Precinct 2. So those who used to vote at Allison will now vote at Hiller Volunteer Fire Company, Fire Department. Our next one, Manalapan Township, Precinct 2, the Manalapan Elementary School, and 3, New Salem, are consolidated, and you'll vote at the elementary school. So New Salem goes to the elementary school, and you'll be Precinct 2. North Union Township. All right, you've got a consolidation there as well. Precincts 1 and 3, so that was the municipal building, and Colonial number 3 are consolidated as Precinct 1, so you'll vote at, excuse me, it looks like, yeah, you'll vote at Clark. I'm sorry, I got things mixed up here a little bit. There we go. We'll start this over again. North Union Township, because they're, you know what, on the website, they're not side by side. You gotta kind of piece things together. So anyway, here, North Union Township, Precincts 1, which is Clark School, and 5, Valley Sportsman Club, is consolidated to Precinct 1, and you'll vote at Clark Elementary School. So Redstone Township, we got a couple changes there. Precinct 1, the municipal building, and 3, the Colonial number 3 athletic building, are consolidated, and you'll vote at the Redstone Municipal Building. And Precinct 2, the Recreational Center, and number 4, the Fairbank Rod and Gun Club, are consolidated to be Precinct 2, and you'll vote at the Redstone Township Recreation Center. And then finally, Uniontown, okay? Precincts 1, which is Community Action, and 2, the City Hall, they're combining to be just Precinct 1, and will vote at the Community Action Center. Precinct 5, Uniontown High School, and 6, Mount Vernon Towers, are now consolidated as Precinct 5. And renumbered as Precinct 2. That's a little confusing, so I'm not sure is what the heck they're saying. On the new list, it's still Precinct 5, and you will vote at Ben Franklin, it looks like. So no more voting at the high school. Well, actually, you know what? It is a little confusing here. So let me try this out again for Precinct 5 and try and get that figured out here. So Precinct 5, which used to be the high school, and Mount Vernon Towers, which used to be 6, are now Ward 2, and you still vote at the high school. So if you used to vote at Mount Vernon Towers, you now go to the high school. All righty? And then Precinct 7, which was Ben Franklin Elementary, that stays the same, but is now Precinct 5. I know, it's a little confusing. So if you have questions throughout today's show, give me a call, and we'll try and clarify a lot of that for you. All right, what else here? You probably heard about a hantavirus outbreak on a cruise ship, the MV Hondius. 3 have died, 147 are quarantined. They're kind of in limbo. Cape Verde off the coast of Africa is where they were supposed to dock. They won't let them dock because of this outbreak. So the passengers are all. Remember, there was something like that. Wasn't it COVID? There was a cruise ship that was an outbreak of COVID, and people were confined to the ship. Remember that? So I wonder how long this will take. FBI Director Kash Patel said that shortly after taking over the directorship of the FBI, a burn bag room was found within the confines of the FBI headquarters, and this room wasn't on any building map, on any blueprints. This room was not listed. They came up, and they couldn't get into it. It was locked. Nobody had any kind of keys. Well, they finally gained entrance to it, and they found a bunch of filled burn bags that never got filled. Among them, paperwork pertaining to the Crossfire Hurricane investigation into Russiagate. So, and a lot of that information just, apparently it doesn't look good. Just completely shows that Russiagate, this was the notion that then candidate Donald Trump was colluding with Russia to win the presidency back in 2016. Just this all confirms that it was a hoax, it was a planned hoax, and people in the in the Obama administration knew what was going on. And then one of the big topics of conversation has been in the past few years is biological men or boys in women, girls sports. So if you wonder if there's really any kind of advantage, well, the University of Washington Lady Huskies soccer team, which made it as far as the Elite Eight in the NCAA soccer champions, so pretty good soccer team. They had a exhibition game with a 14 and under boys team recently, and they lost. I can't find the score. I just saw that they lost. So this is grown women, athletic, top of their game, losing to 14-year-old boys and under. This kind of goes along with the U.S. women's national team back in 2017, coming off a World Cup win. They lost 5-2 to an under 15 boys team. So, little, you got a little evidence there that there's an advantage when a biological male is on a girls or women's team. What do you think about all of that? So, anyway, hey, that's what's on my list today. I would love to talk about any of those, or if there's something else you wish to chat about, by all means, give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. Both lines are open, and we'll start taking calls after this.
Now is the perfect time to upgrade your outdoor area with a new fence from All Around Fence Company, conveniently located at 7896 National Pike, Uniontown. All Around Fence has been installing quality residential, commercial, and farm fencing for more than 45 years, offering residential fencing including chain link, decorative aluminum, steel, and more. All Around Fence has the fence for you. All Around Fence is also your one-stop shop for Nutrena products and also carries livestock, equine, and pet supplies. So if you need to upgrade an existing fence, add a new gate, or are considering the installation of an all-new fence, All Around Fence has the answers you need. Visit them Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 to 1, or give them a call at 724-439-0331. To learn more, visit allaroundfence.com.
Is it time for your first home? Or time to trade up to a home that fits your lifestyle? It's time to visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with trade-in and trade-up deals. Imagine beautiful, new, energy-efficient homes packed with the features you've been dreaming about. Trade in and trade up at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51. Trade-in value toward purchase of a new home determined by resale value and evaluation by home center manager. Additional deposit may be required.
Mountaintop Title and Notary can handle all of your motor vehicle and PennDOT needs, such as titles, plates, renewal, registrations, and all notary needs. Tina Nicholson of Mountaintop Title and Notary can also handle ATV and boat titles and also does income taxes. Hours are Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 4:30, and appointments can be made for after hours and Saturdays. Mountaintop Title and Notary with a new location at 655 Nelson Road in Farmington, the only place you need to go for all title, notary, and tax work. Call Tina at 724-984-1514 for the most professional services around.
This Mother's Day, forget the candy and flowers. Win Mom a trip to Napa Valley at Live Casino. Earn entries every day starting May 1st and join our drawings on May 10th. You could win Mom-approved gifts like luxury perfumes, spa gift cards, wine subscriptions, and the grand prize, a trip to Napa Valley. Make this Mother's Day a winner at Live Casino. Route 30 at Westmoreland Mall. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hello, I'm attorney Jeremy Davis from the law firm of Davis & Davis. We've been helping the great people of Fayette County for over 45 years with personal injury claims. If you are hurt or injured, call our law firm for your free consultation. The insurance companies are not on your side. Call us today at 724-437-2799. Either myself or an attorney from our office will personally come out and meet with you. If you're in an accident or hurt, call us at Davis & Davis, 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. Let us fight for you.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is a gorgeous day outside. I hope you're able to get out and enjoy it. Got 76 degrees, some clouds out there, but still a very, very nice day out there. All right, so data centers. You know, I mentioned there's this town hall, June 3rd, being sponsored by, well, county government, Fayette Chamber of Commerce, FAPEN, Economic Council, Redevelopment Authority of the county. What's your opinion offhand? I mean, I told you at the top, I don't honestly really know what data centers do. We've heard the term artificial intelligence goes along with it, but I don't know what it is they're being designed for. So, my initial thoughts are based off of, I don't know, ignorance, assumptions, a little bit of information. I'm not fully versed. I'll admit it. What I do here is, okay, they use a lot of energy. Why? Creates a lot of jobs. Okay, how? I don't know how. In what capacity are those jobs? How big is a data center? I mean, do they come in various sizes? Do they take up 10,000 square feet, 20,000 square feet, 5 acres? I don't know. President Trump has stated he'd like to see data centers be self-sufficient. In other words, make their own energy, don't take off of the grid. Construct their own mini power plant designed just for their use. Where's the best place to locate them? I saw on the internet, I've seen something about, well, they use a lot of water, but others say they don't use a lot of water. So what is it? I don't know. So, I know there are skeptics, there are conspiracy theorists saying deals have already been made, it's a done deal, it's going to go in. Well, what's going to go in? Where's it going to go in? When? Right? What conversations have taken place behind the scenes? I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. But maybe we can learn something by attending this town hall. I don't know what the format's going to be. I don't know if it's just strictly a panel of people involved in the industry doing a presentation. I don't know if there's going to be question and answer periods. I don't know. So, but on the face of it, what is your opinion on data centers? We talked about high power lines, high tension power lines a week or so back. The proposed route going from Greene County all the way through Fayette County on its way to Virginia for their data centers, and Maryland and New Jersey to help supply power. We won't see any of that power, apparently, but it will go through our pristine mountains. So we've heard about that, and, there's a lot to not like about that. A lot. And as far as I'm concerned, very few things that can be viewed as a positive on those power lines. What are the pros and cons of an AI data center? And see, I'm putting AI in there. I don't know if AI is part of it. I think it is. I don't know for sure. But we just hear data centers a lot. So what are the pros, what are the cons of a data center coming to the area? You know, I would certainly be opposed to a data center that will go in the middle of farmland. Because, well, we need our farms. On the other hand, if there is land along the Monongahela River that used to be industrial, is now gone to waste, and that can be used for development, okay, maybe that's a conversation we can have there. So what do you, and what are the jobs? What are the jobs? Are they data entry? Are they programming? Is it maintenance? Is it janitor? What are the jobs associated with a data center, and how many can we likely expect to gain from a data center coming to Fayette County? Now, I've not heard any rumors of an actual data center planned for Fayette County. Maybe there is. Maybe there are talks. That'd be nice if our leadership would tell us. And maybe that's something that can be found out on June 3rd. And again, that starts, I believe it's 6 o'clock, Penn State Fayette, the Eberly campus, at the theater setting up there. June 3rd, 6 o'clock, I believe. So open to the public. I don't think I saw anything about having to register ahead of time. So now's a good time. Mark it on your calendar. Let's see what we can find out up there. What do you think about that? Huh? So, all righty. I mentioned the election. 2 weeks from today, primary election. That's when the Republican Party and the Democrat Party will whittle down their final candidates for the general election in November. There's not many competitive races on the ballot. That was something else that I went to look at on the website to get a final list of candidates, and they don't have that listed on there. They have a little space that says, "Hey, we'll get that posted just as soon as we know who they are." Well, I think they know who they are at this point in time. I think they know who's going to be on the ballot. So why isn't that listed there? I don't know. Don't know. But that'd be a nice thing to know, don't you think? So I'll try and get a generic ballot ahead of time to kind of go over that within the next 2 weeks so you know what's going on and who's up for re-election and who's trying to unseat incumbents and all that kind of fun stuff. All righty. A couple weeks ago, too, we were talking about vacations a little bit, and cruises came up as a vacation. And I've never really had a yearning to go on a cruise. There's some exceptions. I would do a river cruise over in Europe. I would love to do the cruise down the inland waterway here in the United States. Those two I would enjoy doing. Cruising through the Caribbean, no. And with this outbreak of the hantavirus on a cruise ship where, well, they can't dock They can't unload if they do dock. They're quarantined on board. Just adds to that of not really wanting to take any ocean-going cruise. And I do remember there was that ship back during the COVID virus outbreak of a cruise ship being quarantined and nobody could get off. I can't imagine that taking place. I can't imagine being part of that ship. You know, having planned for a week or a 2-week vacation on board and not being able to leave to get on with my normal life and back to work. That to me, I don't know. How about you? Is that something you could live with? Could you deal with that? I mean, if you're stuck on the ship, apparently you're quarantined to your room. You can't leave your room. Now, the hantavirus is usually airborne transmitted from rat droppings and is not person to person, although they're saying if you're in close proximity, like, you know, you're sharing a small cabin with your spouse, well, maybe then it could transmit that way. Yeah, don't know. So, hey, 724-438-4593. We're going to take a quick little break. Both lines are still open, so give me a buzz. I want to hear from you right after this.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals, locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
One of the most incredible architectural masterpieces in the United States, located right here in Fayette County, is hiring. Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water, a world-famous work of architecture that's included on the UNESCO World Heritage List, has a variety of opportunities for new team members, including openings in the Education Department, the Falling Water Cafe, the Membership Department, the Maintenance Department, the Museum Store, Security, and the Visitor Services Department. The team at Falling Water is growing, and now is your chance to be a part of history as a valued member of the team, sharing this remarkable creation with tens of thousands of visitors every year. With a mix of full-time and part-time positions and offering flexible scheduling, competitive compensation, and unique perk benefits, now is the time to visit www.fallingwater.org/careers. Check out these opportunities today and come be a part of history at Falling Water.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borch Jr.
Spring is here and the weather is turning warmer. Spring is also a time when Chesler's Fine Furniture in Uniontown clears their floor of discontinued items to make room for new stock soon to arrive. There are sale items in every department. Table lamps priced from $35 to $129. Lazy Boy rocker recliners starting at $429 in fabric and just $799 in leather. Upholstered power rocker recliners in 3 colors for $659. For the living room, there's a 76-inch sofa in gray at $499 and matching love seats and chairs at sale prices. If you need storage for those seasonal clothes, Chesler's has 5-drawer chests starting at $329 and up. For the kitchen area, 5-piece dining sets start at only $599. This is just a sampling of items on sale, and Chesler's has delivery and credit terms to fit your budget. Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 in Uniontown, where customers send their friends.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation, 724-438-4593. Let's get our first call of the afternoon.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hey, Russ, it's Skipper today.
Hey, Skipper, how you doing?
I'm doing good. You know, it's a little deceiving outside today. It's 79 degrees, but it's windy, so it doesn't feel real hot out and overcast.
Correct.
You've been out lately, recently?
I have. Well, I mean, before coming on the radio, but yeah, so it's been about an hour.
About what time was that? About an hour.
About 12:30.
Well, you felt it then, real nice and warm out, beautiful day.
Yep.
Yeah, some people, you know, they've been putting out flowers and other things, and they got the frost last week. It killed everything.
Yeah.
I've done that before. Tell you a little story. I used to plant like a month early. You know, whenever you're only supposed to put out like peas and onion bulbs.
Right.
And I'd put out cover them up. My dad wouldn't put anything in until like a month later, and our tomatoes were ripe at the same time. How does that work out?
I don't know.
Every year. I'm not kidding you. And, you know, you think it took me about 10 years to catch on. I guess I got older and wiser, but.
Maybe it has to do with the soil temperature.
It does. It stunts them, I'm pretty sure. You know, they like hot. Now, green peppers, they like it colder soil, so.
Okay.
But anyways, I figured out now that I just plant them late like everybody else, and then we all got tomatoes by the end of the summer anyways. It doesn't matter.
That's true.
But anyways, let me ask something. You was talking about the cruise thing. Do you like the ocean, like Ocean City, all that kind of stuff?
Oh, yeah, I love going to that. I mean, most of our vacations are beach vacations.
Okay, because I was thinking whenever you didn't want to go to the Caribbean, I was thinking you weren't an ocean like water type person.
No. I mean, you know, my horoscope sign is Pisces, so that might help. You know, no, I just don't have any desire to be on a cruise ship out in the middle of the ocean. I
didn't either. Okay, but. Since I went on one, they're addictive. I mean, it's unbelievable. We drive to Baltimore, which is real close.
Yeah.
You park your car, you get on a ship. It's only less than 100 yards away. You go through customs. They take your bags from there on out. Everything, your food, everything's included. Entertainment, it's unbelievable on their shows every evening, and nightclubs and comedy shows. And you don't even know you're on a ship. You think you're in a hotel.
Okay.
And then whenever you get to these Caribbean islands, first time I went there, you don't smell the ocean there. You know how you smell the ocean at Ocean City?
Right.
You don't smell it there. It is so pristine, clear, clean. Underneath the water, you can see like 100 feet around you.
Sure.
And it's so spectacular. The white sand is like talcum powder white. Okay. The whitest thing you've ever. It's unbelievable to see there, but. You know, until you go there once, you don't know you're missing it. But you go there one time, you would know you're missing it. It's so relaxing on there, and everybody thinks it's a drunk fest. Sometimes people think it's a drunk fest because you can buy these packages, all you can drink. Well, that package is almost the same price as your whole cruise.
Okay.
You know, but people who want to drink all they can drink.
Yeah, and then you don't remember the cruise afterwards. Hey, Skipper, I'm out of time here, my friend.
Bro.
I got
God bless.
But
Bye-bye.
Thanks for your sales pitch there. I appreciate it.
Okay, bye-bye.
Hey, CBS News is next. Yeah, there we go. CBS News is next. News from around the world, around the country, then TJ with the local news, sports, and weather. This is WMBS Uniontown at the Tone. It is 2 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. The U.S.-Iran ceasefire is tested as the U.S. guides ships through the Strait of Hormuz, but Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth insists
the ceasefire is not over.
CBS's Stacey Lynn.
The president said commercial ships are now able to get through the Strait of Hormuz.
We have a situation where we have total control. As you know, the blockade's been amazing.
And he insists there are positive talks with Iran.
They'll talk to me with such great respect. And then they'll go on television, they'll say, we did not speak to the president.
He said they play games, but
Iran wants to make a deal.
Stacey Lynn, CBS News, Washington.
CBS Pentagon reporter Eleanor Watson with more on Project Freedom, the U.S. effort to guide ships through the strait.
There are still risks in the strait, and so far it's been quiet, but there are still those risks, and that includes mines, because during the briefing this morning, one of the graphics the Pentagon put up said that on April 23rd, Iran had laid new mines in the Strait of Hormuz.
Medical officials are racing to a cruise ship amid an outbreak of a rare virus.
So far, 3 of the 147 passengers on the MV Hondia's cruise ship have died. 1 is in intensive care, and 2 others are seriously ill. Maria Van Kerkhoff at the WHO says.
Our highest priority is to medically evacuate these 2 individuals to make sure that they have the care that they receive.
She says Spanish authorities will do a full epidemiological investigation, disinfect the ship, and assess the risk to the passengers still aboard. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
Voters in Ohio hit the polls today in a Senate primary. CBS's Finn Gomez has details about the frontrunners.
We're expecting to see Republican John Husted, who's the appointed incumbent. Again, this is to fill the vacancy left by Vice President Vance when he left to become vice president. On the Democratic side is former Senator Sherrod Brown, a progressive.
President Trump's presence looms large over Indiana State Senate primary elections. He wants 8 GOP lawmakers ousted for defying his push for redistricting. Vice President J.D. Vance heads to Iowa for a campaign event on primary day as concerns over the economy grow amid the war with Iran. Get your licks on Route 66. The U.S. Postal Service has just unveiled 8 new stamps commemorating the famous highway. They bear images captured by Ohio photographer David J. Schwartz on his many trips along that road.
I see Route 66 as a living road. It's not a museum piece where it's tucked into glass or got a velvet rope blocking it off. You can step into it, you can experience it, and become part of it.
Stocks are up on Wall Street. This is CBS News.
What is going on?
What's going on here? How is this possible? Great storytelling starts here.
Oh, come on.
Why? It's time for 60 Minutes.
We all hear the radio.
If you are looking for a trusted local law firm with a strong commitment to their clients, look no further than Zebley Law Offices. Attorney Zebley has been practicing law in Fayette County for more than 4 decades. Although specializing in bankruptcy, Zebley also handles real estate matters, civil suits, collections, wills, powers of attorney, and more. If you need legal help, go with a name you recognize and trust. Call Zebley Law Offices today at 724-439-9200.
Gus is back. He's all dressed up in a jacket and bow tie and ready to help you celebrate 20 exciting prizes of $100,000 on a new scratch-off from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Now, through the end of May, just be the 6th caller to 724-438-4593 when you hear.
How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
And you'll win 6 $5 Gus tickets. Scratch and win in style. It is the classy way to play.
Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
In Britain.
For close to 300 years, the Royal Horticultural Society has kept a herbarium, a record of popular plants grown in the nation's gardens. This week, it recorded its 100,000th entry.
I'm really thrilled that my garden is providing a specimen.
And this is the man who grew it, botanist Jonathan Gregson.
It's really exciting for me.
I know he doesn't sound excited. He is a botanist.
And not any old specimen either. The 100,000th specimen.
A cutting of the shade-loving wild ginger plant has now been pressed and stored with its 99,999 companions. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
U.S. job openings were essentially unchanged at 6.9 million in March. Another sign the American labor market remained sluggish even before the full impact of the Iran war hit the economy. The job openings and labor turnover survey shows that layoffs rose in March, but hiring improved and more people quit their jobs. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
Good afternoon. It is 2:05. It's mostly sunny and 77 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios, Fayette County's personal injury attorney since 1976. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano. Sports and weather in just a bit. Residents of the Jolick Manor and Crumine Towers in Washington County are concerned that they could be forced out of their homes due to recent interest in the property from Washington and Jefferson College. On Monday, County Commissioner Nick Sherman said he wants to set the record straight, saying the property owned by the Washington County Housing Authority is not being bought or sold at this time. Washington Mayor JoJo Burgess believes this housing needs to be protected at all costs. He said he plans to attend Thursday's County Commission meeting to make sure that's what's being done. Many people also plan to attend Thursday's meeting to make sure their voices are heard. Pennsylvania U.S. Senator John Fetterman said he is not switching parties from Democrat to Republican. According to Politico, the GOP has been quietly courting Fetterman to either join their party or become independent to make sure the GOP stays in control of the Senate after this year's midterm elections. Fetterman said he votes with his party 93% of the time, but has broken ranks with Democrats on several issues. Speculation over whether Fetterman might switch parties has been going on for a while, and several Democrats are rumored to be considering challenging him in 2028. Capitol Police arrested 6 protesters from the group March on Harrisburg Monday after they blocked hallways in the Pennsylvania State Capitol to demand a ban on gifts to lawmakers. The demonstrators, who marched 4 days from Reading to Harrisburg, are advocating for stricter campaign finance laws in the state, where legislators can currently accept unlimited cash gifts as long as they are disclosed. While some Democratic lawmakers expressed support for the reform, similar legislation has historically stalled in the Republican-controlled Senate, and several top legislative leaders did not comment on the recent protest. 2 West Virginia National Guard officers are receiving top honors for their bravery during a deadly shooting in Washington, D.C. Here's Tammy Trujillo with the story.
Major Ryan Reynolds of the Army Guard and Major Edwin Stanfield of the Air Guard each stepped up when a gunman opened fire on fellow Guard members the day before Thanksgiving. Guard Specialist Sarah Beckstrom died from her wounds, while Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf survived and continues to recover. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth presented the Soldier's Medal and the Airman's Medal to Reynolds and Stanfield at a Pentagon ceremony on Monday. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
WMBS time is 2:08. Sports and weather next.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette's Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
When it's sweltering outside, you'll be cool inside with central air conditioning from Bryant, the people that know cool. And it's easy to have a central air conditioning system installed in your home. Simply call on your Bryant dealer, Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, located near the Laurel Mall on Route 119, north of Uniontown. The phone number is 439-2323. Let Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning rescue you from the sticky, humid summer weather. Remember that number for Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, 439-2323.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
In sports, it's a C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day here on WMBS. High school baseball, Ringgold visits Laurel Highlands, final game of the year for the Mustangs. It's on the radio as well as YouTube. Sprouse Insurance Group pregame will be at 3:40 with the first pitch at 4 o'clock. Pirates start their 6-game road trip tonight in Arizona against the Diamondbacks. Bubba Chandler will start for the Pirates, who are 19-16 and have won 3 in a row. Pregame's 9:15, first pitch 9:40 on WMBS. Also today, Major League Baseball announced it suspended Pirates right-handed pitcher Chris Davinsky for 3 games and fined him an undisclosed amount of money for intentionally throwing at Reds rookie Sal Stewart on Saturday. And in addition, Pirates manager Don Kelly has been suspended for 1 game and also fined. Kelly will serve that suspension tonight. Davinsky can appeal his suspension and would be eligible to play while his appeal is being heard.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
This Weather Watch is brought to you by Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. Is it time to find a home that fits your lifestyle? Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with beautiful, energy-efficient homes packed with features you've been dreaming about at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51.
Mostly sunny the rest of the afternoon, 78. Cloudy tonight, rain moves in late, 58. Morning rain tomorrow, otherwise cloudy and 60. Right now, mostly sunny, 77 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios at 2:11 on this Tuesday afternoon. I'm TJ DeStefano. Coming up next, hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes on WMBS.
This Weather Watch was brought to you by Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. Is it time to find a home that fits your lifestyle? Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with beautiful, energy-efficient homes packed with features you've been dreaming about at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51.
This Mother's Day, forget the candy and flowers. Win Mom a trip to Napa Valley at Live Casino. Earn entries every day starting May 1st and join our drawings on May 10th. You could win Mom-approved gifts like luxury perfumes, spa gift cards, wine subscriptions, and the grand prize, a trip to Napa Valley. Make this Mother's Day a winner at Live Casino, Route 30 at Westmoreland Mall. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor, available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Tired of running out of hot water? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is your local source for reliable tank and tankless gas water heaters. Whether you're replacing an old unit or upgrading to an energy-efficient tankless system, we have options to fit your home and budget. Our knowledgeable team is ready to help you get dependable hot water when you need it most. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com. Koval Building Supply. Everything you need to keep your home running comfortably.
Hello, Uniontown and Fayette County. This is Attorney Vince Quattrini of the Quattrini Law Group. Be sure to tune in at 11:25, the first and third Mondays of each month on this station. The Quattrini Law Group attorneys will be providing guidance on what to do when you're injured at work or in a motor vehicle accident. We'll also share tips when applying for Social Security disability benefits, when appealing a veteran service-connected disability claim. We do it every day, all day. You can also set up an appointment in our Uniontown or Somerset office. The consultation's free. Call Quattrini Law Group today at 724-439-8300 or Google Quattrini Law Group. That's 724-439-8300. Have a great day.
Your local station, WMVS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back for hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes. I'm still your host. It's open conversation, so give me a call, 724-438-4593. This hour we're brought to you by Gary's Auto Sales, Hicks & Baugh's Drugstore, Coldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty, K2 Engineering, Madewell Services, full lawn care and cleaning services, Bright Stripe, seal coating and line striping, and AR roofing and remodeling. Just a quick recap here. The FBI is warning everybody about some new round of spoof calls aimed at getting your money. In these spoof calls, it appears that you are getting a phone call from your bank, and that the phone number that shows up on your screen is the same number that's on the back of your bank card that you would call for customer service. And when you answer, the person there says, hey, there's somebody's trying to take your money. We're urging you to transfer to a new account that we've created for you. That's where the problem comes in. And on this, they know your bank account number. They know the routing number, which they should if it's a bank, but they know your account number. They know how much money is in your account. And then they urge you to transfer all that money to another account, and that's when you've lost your money. So if you get any kind of call from your bank, hang up and call back. You can use that number because they're just spoofing you. They're just putting a phone number on your screen to make it look like it's coming from that number. It's not. It's safe to call that number on your bank card, or you call your own branch directly to get a handle on things. There is a data center town hall meeting scheduled for June 3rd up at Penn State Fayette campus. So it starts at 6 o'clock at the auditorium there. People in the industry will be there doing a presentation about data centers. I don't know if there's going to be a question and answer period or not, but at least it's a way to start learning what data centers are all about. And I've mentioned, I'll freely admit, I don't exactly know what a data center is designed to do or what it is capable of doing. There's a hantavirus outbreak on a cruise ship, the MV Hondius. Right now, it's anchored off the port of Cape Verde in Africa, where 3 passengers have died. Another 147 are quarantined with the virus. People aren't allowed to leave. The ship's not allowed to dock because of this virus, and is just reminiscent of that COVID ship off the west coast of our country, if you remember that. FBI Director Kash Patel said after assuming that job of director, they found a room not listed on any floor plans that was locked, and nobody had keys to gain entrance. Well, once they did, they found burn bags that had not been burned. And the secret information, and that's the purpose of a burn bag, is to burn classified information that, you don't want out there, to destroy it so it doesn't get into the wrong hands. So, but they found filled burn bags that had information concerning Russiagate and the Crossfire hurricane investigation that the FBI supposedly did looking into Russiagate allegations, and learned that everything was a big hoax. So we can chat about that. And then the argument that's been going on for a couple years concerning biological men and boys playing in women's and girls' sports took a bit of a hit when the Lady Huskies from the University of Washington, their Elite 8 soccer team, took on a boys team of 14 and under and lost. So they lost to 14-year-old boys. So, yeah, if you tell me that there's no advantage to having a boy on a girl's team, yeah, good luck convincing me of that. We've got primaries coming up 2 weeks from today. It is too late to register to vote now. Yesterday was the last day, but it is not too late to request a mail-in or absentee ballot. That last day, by the way, is May 12th. So if you want to vote and vote by mail, you have to request one, and you can do that up until May 12th. The Election Bureau has also announced, and I don't know how back far they announced this, by the way. I was looking for something else and saw this, that they have consolidated some precincts. Brownsville Borough precincts are affected. Connellsville City precincts are affected. German Township affected. Luzerne Township, Manallen Township, North Union Township, Redstone Township, in the city of Uniontown all have precincts that were consolidated and voting places changed as a result. If your voting place has changed, so in other words, in Brownsville, Precinct 1, the Southside Fire Station, and Precinct 3, South Hills Terrace, were consolidated to make Precinct 1. Well, those that used to vote at South Hills Terrace, you're now going to vote at Southside Fire. So if your precinct voting location has changed, you should have, I don't know if you did because I'm going to vote at the same place, but you should have received a new voter identification card from the Election Bureau that would have told you that. So there you go. Just kind of hopefully keep you up to date on all of that. All right. Another thing, National Day of Prayer is Thursday. They're at Five Corners down the road from the station here. And Reverend Terry Sanders, he'll be in here with me tomorrow to talk about the upcoming National Day of Prayer. So looking forward to the Reverend coming in and joining me tomorrow on Wednesday. So there you go. That's what's coming up. If there's anything else you want to chat about, by all means, give me a buzz. Sky's the limit on what we can chat about. 724-438-4593. We can also chat about Strait of Hormuz, the United States. Not that they're escorting ships through the strait, but they are, well, basically, this is my words, creating a corridor, a safe corridor for ships to transit, and ships are beginning to do so. Iran is, screaming nonsense, saying you can't do that, and it's a violation of this, and it's a violation of that. But they think they own the Straits of Hormuz, and they control it, and that they can charge tolls to go through. So, no. International maritime laws stipulate that the strait is open territory. It is free navigation. So we'll see. But things are moving a lot, starting to open up in the strait. We'll see how that continues. Iran continuing to be, well, having economic burdens placed upon them. Their economy, what we're being told, is crashing. No money to pay soldiers. Infrastructure is failing. So maybe we'll see some kind of capitulation, some kind of ceasefire treaty in the not-too-distant future concerning Iran. So we could chat about that, all right? We could chat about Pirate Baseball. They are in Arizona to take on the Diamondbacks tonight. So you can listen to that game right here on WMBS. Pre-game is 9:15, and first pitch is at 9:40. Prior to that, we've got high school baseball. Ringgold travels to Laurel Highlands, and you can listen to that game right here on the radio or watch it on our YouTube station. 3:40 is pregame on that, and first pitch is at 4. So there's some baseball for you this afternoon and this evening. Steelers apparently have kind of given, and we'll see how strict they are with that, given Aaron Rodgers until the 18th of this month to say whether he's coming back or not. So we'll see what happens on that. And if they don't get an answer, well, maybe that is their answer. You know, maybe no answer is an answer. And it's just time to move on. We've got some young quarterbacks, probably just chomping at the bit to get under center and to prove that they're the next franchise quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So maybe it's time to see if that's the case. What do you think about that? So we can chat about Aaron Rodgers as well. 724-438-4593. Let's take a quick little break. When we come back, both lines are open. So looking forward to hearing from you right after this.
The United Federal Credit Union of Uniontown will be hosting a free community cookout on Thursday, May 7th from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the credit union located at 585 Morgantown Road. The cookout is totally free and open to the public with barbecue and prize drawings for new members and anyone who applies. And while you are there, be sure to ask about their youth savings accounts and their Good Grades Rewards program. Good food, good people, your community credit union. Thursday, May 7th in Uniontown.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
Hi,
Hey, come on in. How are you?
For personal, professional health care you can trust, see Dr. Paul Hardley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozak, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris, proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org.
Or serving number 3,944.
Warm weather means you'll be spending more time outside. So enjoy your deck or patio with retractable or fixed awnings from Lifetime Awnings. Made in the USA with manufacturer and customers guarantees, Lifetime Awnings products last. Lifetime Awnings is veteran-owned and operated with a 10% discount to all military veterans and their families. Call Lifetime Awnings 724-554-6067 or email John, the owner, at lifetimeawningsusa@gmail.com.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
It's gorgeous outside, which means it's time to get to Bittersweet Cafe of Farmington. From their incredible daily lunch specials featuring farm-to-table fresh ingredients to their refreshing drinks, frozen treats, smoothies, and iced tea, Bittersweet Cafe has something for everyone. Enjoy this beautiful spot nestled in the Laurel Highland Mountains, just a few miles outside of Ohiopyle on Farmington-Ohiopyle Road. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Hi everyone, this is Kelly Clark with Autoland Hyundai in downtown Uniontown. 724-208-5281. What makes buying your next vehicle for me worthwhile? I make it a very easy 5-step process. You look, you shop, you ask, you decide. And I listen. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. 724-208-5281. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai. I'll make you a good deal.
Having Hicks & Baugh's drugstore in Uniontown means reliable, quality, and friendly service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller are ready to answer your health questions and handle all your prescriptions. They offer free delivery, mail-out service, and accept all utility payments, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Visit Hicks & Baugh's at 304 Morgantown Street in Uniontown or call 724-437-2828. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday until 3.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation, 724-438-4593. So, well, the trucking industry has, been talking for a while about a shortage of drivers. And there's also been talk, and it's been brought up on this show before, about driverless tractor trailers. Well, it's now a reality. We've talked about tests being run and hitting certain, goals along before that came to, the actual thing came to being. Well, Bot Auto, they're an autonomous driving company with tractor trailers. Well, the other night, a rig pulled out of Houston and drove overnight to Dallas, a 230-mile trip, without a driver, without a backup human, without remote control, It was a self-driving tractor trailer that delivered freight from Houston to Dallas. So it is here. The company Bought Auto said this was not a test run. It was not set up to check this or to check that. This was an actual booked delivery through a broker of freight. Don't know what that particular freight was, but drove through the night on traditional freight routes, on interstate highways, off ramps, on ramps, traffic, secondary roads, and made it there safely at a cost of less than $2 a mile. So, yay, okay, it worked. Nobody was hurt. Cheaper for the company that ordered the freight. So, and let's just round up. It was $2 a mile. So, $430 freight added on top of, the cost of the product. How much that same route would be with a driver, I honestly could not tell you. You see, when you travel down the road, you see tractor trailers, they have an ad on the back of their, hey, become a driver, earn X amount of cents per mile, right? And I've seen anything from like 50 cents a mile up to, 70, 80 cents a mile. So kind of, add that in on there or take it away. So that's just what the driver's making, not what the freight company makes. So a bit of a savings there. So, one, it's filling a need. There's a shortage of drivers, right? But also taking away a job. So, and that was just one instance. But what if this becomes more prevalent then? Are truck driving jobs in jeopardy? So what do you think about this? Technical stuff moves forward, right? Advancements, whatever, modernization, however you want to call it, moves on and things change. So what do you think? Is this a good idea? I still question, because anything made by man will, not if, not maybe, will break down. You hope it doesn't, but it will break down in some capacity. I don't know. I've not heard. What are the fail-safes built into these autonomous driving big rigs? And if there are fail-safes, what needs to happen for it to kick in? So in other words, air pressure is lost, which affects the braking system. What happens? How does that rig come to a stop? If, I don't know, electrical system goes out, what's the safety measures? I kind of like to know this, just because, safety is a concern. Don't you want to know that these trucks that, might be passing you on the highway is without a driver? Don't you want to know that there's some kind of safety mechanism in place in case there's a blowout? What if the tire has a blowout? What if what if a brake freezes up on a trailer and that wheel gets so hot that the tire catches on fire? What then? You know, a driver's going to sense that. He's going to know that. He's going to see from the way and feel from the way the truck is driving, is rolling, is running, that something is not quite right. What is built into an autonomous truck? So that's, you know, I just like a little peace of mind, I guess. So your thoughts when it comes to autonomous driving. You know, we've seen autonomous driving for taxi companies or taxi-like companies. I think Waymo is one of the companies, and they're satellite guided. And we heard about this, was it late last year in San Francisco, where something happened to the guidance system? And so Waymo cars throughout the city of San Francisco came to a stop. Whether it was in the middle of an intersection, highway, wherever it might be, they came to a stop with customers locked inside. So what are the contingencies? You know, that's, you know, if they can do this, why don't we have our flying cars like in the Jetsons? And I know you can get them in some instances for, you know, they cost like $200,000. Yeah, not for me. But where's our Jetsons car? So, and you know, did they run by steam? It always seemed like the exhaust on those was steam to me. So that'd be a nice thing to do. 724-438-4593. Both lines are open. Give me a buzz. Would love to hear from you. What else do we want to chat about? So I mentioned Reverend Terry Sanders will be with me here tomorrow. National Day of Prayer. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. Find out some information, what's planned for this year, if there's any guest speakers, whatever. So always enjoy having Reverend Sanders on with me. So looking forward to that as well. All right, Election Day, I mentioned coming up. We've also got, and this, of course, is a precursor, you know, our Election Day is all part of the midterms where, you know, will the Republicans keep control of the House and the Senate? Will they lose one, keep the other? What, will they lose both? What's your thoughts on that? And let's kind of put that into two categories. If the election were held today, what's the outcome? And what if the election, well, when the election is in November, and if the war has come to a settlement, an end, gas prices are back down, is that a different outcome? So tell me, what are your thoughts about the midterm elections? Traditionally, the party that has control of the White House, well, and it's not just that, but traditionally the House flips. And the Republicans have just a very slim majority in the House. It's not going to take many seats to flip for Democrats to gain control. The only thing that's really questionable or what affects the odds on that happening is, one, the number of current representatives that are retiring from the House or are trying for higher office, so leaving, allowing for open competition. So that could factor into things. And also the ongoing redistricting that's taking place. So Texas has already done their redistricting, bringing up about adding potentially 3 or 4 Republican seats, I think. California is wanting to. I don't know where that stands with what they're doing. Virginia is wanting to redistrict, but that is in the courts, saying that the process that they used is illegal. So that's kind of the biggest one that are looking at. Down in, I think it was Louisiana Supreme Court ruling that just came down said, no, you can't gerrymander based on race. So there are 2 districts down in Louisiana that are going to be redrawn. Florida is talking. Indiana as well is talking. And I believe Missouri. So there's a lot that's going on still as far as the midterms are concerned and how the potential turnout, the results will be. So your thoughts on all of that? Traditionally the districts have been changed every 10 years after the census because of population shifts. But some states are saying, we have to make this more equitable. We have to whatever, saying in the presidential election, we had X amount of percentage vote Republicans and X amount percentage vote Democrat. Well, our House representation should reflect that. And so that's kind of what they're doing. Virginia, on the other hand, it was a very narrow, it was about as close to 50-50 on the presidential election as you can get. So where it stands now, 6 Democrats, 5 Republicans, to me is a fair representation of how the state feels. But Virginia is redrawing it and taking some Republican seats and drawing them in such a way that it's now Democrat area. What do you think about the redistricting? Pennsylvania, I guess, theoretically could do that as well. And I think if you look at the state, if you look at the mix of representatives, it kind of goes along with how the state looks anyway. So I don't know if you've got much of a, even though this state is also a 50-50 blend, really, we're purple, and there are more Republicans than there are Democrats in Pennsylvania represented us in the House. If you go by how the state looks in a general election, the representation pretty much follows that. So what do you think? What do we need to go by just, the regular census, or can states change in mid-decade, which we're looking at? One of the things about Virginia on their thing, this is just temporary. This new redistricting, that's just for this time. We'll go back to the way it was in 2028. Do you really think that'll take place? So I don't know. 724-438-4593. We've got a break time coming up, so we're going to go ahead and do that when we come back. You and I together, we're going to close out hour 2 of What's on Your Mind after this.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor, available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
That sneeze was in a different zip code, and I still felt the germs.
Relax, Randy. I went to Montgomery Medical. I'm fully shielded.
Like a flu shot?
Flu, COVID, the works. If you haven't caught up on your shots yet, they'll get you sorted in minutes. It's basically a suit of armor, but with less clanking. Then do the double shot. After Montgomery Medical, head over to Renew You Medispa. I got their immunity IV drip.
A Medispa?
You relax, you hydrate, and you give your immune system a VIP upgrade.
Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine.
This Mother's Day, forget the candy and flowers. Win Mom a trip to Napa Valley at Live Casino. Earn entries every day starting May 1st and join our drawings on May 10th. You could win Mom-approved gifts like luxury perfumes, spa gift cards, wine subscriptions, and the grand prize, a trip to Napa Valley. Make this Mother's Day a winner at Live Casino, Route 30 at Westmoreland Mall. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Laurel Ridge Eye Care reminds us that vision problems may develop so slowly you don't even notice until you find yourself reading less and straining to focus. If that's happening to you, call Dr. Aaron Sobel at Laurel Ridge Eye Care for a complete vision exam. If there's one thing you shouldn't overlook, it's your vision. Laurel Ridge Eye Care and board-certified ophthalmologist Dr. Aaron Sobel remind you that early detection of eye disease can help prevent blindness. Their complete vision exams can help determine if you are developing problems. Laurel Ridge Eye Care offers full-service medical, surgical, and laser eye care with cataract surgery performed at Uniontown Hospital. Don't take chances with your eyes. Schedule your appointment today by calling Laurel Ridge Eye Care at 724-437-2222. That's 724-437-2222. All insurances are accepted, as well as Visa, MasterCard, and debit card at Laurel Ridge Eye Care, 130 West Fayette Street in the former Hockey Funeral Home.
Benjamin F. Goodwin, voted Fayette County's best attorney, and the entire award-winning Goodwin Como Law team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for the past 20 years. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, family law, and criminal defense, they deliver dedicated, personalized representation with 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Bell Vernon. Visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
Bright Stripe, Fayette County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
It's spring, and everything is growing, and Madewell Services is here to help. They offer full lawn care service, including spring cleanups, mulching, landscaping and planting, weekly grass cutting, power washing, and more. Madewell Services also provides professional cleaning services for your home or office, moving in or out service, party cleanups, weekly cleanings, and junk removal. Licensed and insured for peace of mind. Call Madewell Services today at 724-912-1805. That's 724-912-1805 for a free estimate.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. Open conversation, 724-438-4593. Hello, thanks for holding. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Russ.
Yeah, Fred.
Nobody wants to talk to you today.
Yeah, well, that happens every now and then.
I figured you want to hear from your old friend, Freddie.
Yeah, okay, Fred. How you doing today?
Okay. Hey, I got one thing to say.
Yeah.
Billie Jean King beat Bobby Riggs.
Yeah, I know.
So it can happen.
It can happen. absolutely. It can happen.
Right.
Yeah, yes, but that's the exception.
Right.
That's the exception. And I'll also mention this. Billie Jean King, I believe at the time, this goes back long, was at the height of her career. Bobby Riggs was past his prime. I don't remember the age of both of them at the time, but I will say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it can happen. But I mean, here it was, the University of Washington Lady Huskies. They're what, 18, 19, 20, 21, and they're playing a team of boys 14 and younger.
Right.
And they lost. Now, I don't know what the score was, and it really doesn't matter. They lost.
Right.
Yeah, and then you had the women's national team who had just come off winning the World Cup back in 2017. They lost to a boys team 15 and under.
Right.
So
it can happen.
Yeah.
Was Bobby Riggs a professional tennis player?
I'm sorry?
Was Bobby Riggs a professional tennis player?
I think he was. Let me see if I can find out real quick here. So, get to the proper page here on my phone. Come on here. Go away. Don't want that one. Come on. There we go. Bobby Riggs. Let's see here. He was a tennis champion. He won championships. So yeah, I'm going to say he was a pro. He was inducted into the International Hall of Fame in 1967.
Right. Does it say how old he was when he played Billie Jean King?
Right here. It was 1973. She was 29. He was 55.
Okay.
Yeah. So, a little bit of difference there. So, I think age in this case was actually, in her favor.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yes. Uh-huh.
She took advantage of him.
There you go. But he's the one that challenged her.
Right.
He's the one that challenged her.
It was all in fun.
It was.
That's like when Arnica played in a professional tour.
I'm sorry, what?
You remember that? You remember when Arnica played on a men's tour?
I'm sorry, who are you saying?
Arnica Sormstan.
Oh, okay.
You remember when she played in the men's tournament?
No, I don't. What happened?
Well, she did. She didn't make the cut, but she played in the first round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did pretty good,
okay.
But she didn't make the cut.
Okay.
And she was, top of her game, and,
Yeah.
She was like number one in the world on the ladies tour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, it happens, but it's not the rule, it's the exception.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So,
men are just so much stronger.
Yes, they are. Pete Sampras, his serve was what? It was well in the 100 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah, right.
I don't know that a woman is going to come anywhere near that speed.
Pretty close, though.
Well, I would say probably in her 80s anyway, but not much beyond that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right. Okay.
All right, Russ.
All right, Fred. Thanks for your call.
Talk to you later.
Yep. Bye-bye. 724-438-4593. We've got about a minute and a half left in today's show if you want to join in on the conversation a little bit. So, yeah, it does happen. A woman or a girl will beat a man or a boy. It does it, but it's the exception, the rare exception, I should say. And in the case of Billie Jean King, the age difference there. He was almost twice her age when they had that famous battle of the sexes tennis meet. So, I think it's fair to say that Bobby Riggs was past his prime at 53 years of age. If they had gone at it at the same age, when both at their peaks, I think you're looking at a different story there, a different outcome. So, we can continue that conversation again in the future, and I'm sure we will. Hey, again, just a reminder, Pirate Baseball tonight. They're in Arizona to take on the Diamondbacks. 9:15 is pregame, 9:40 is first pitch. Before that, though, we've got high school baseball. Ringgold is visiting Laurel Highlands. You could watch or listen to the game, your choice, on here on WMBS or our YouTube channel. 3:40 pregame with 4 o'clock the first pitch. CBS News is next, followed by TJ with the local news, sports, and weather. At the tone, it is 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. A man has shot 5 people in Texas, killing 2 of them in Carrollton, which is north of Dallas. Carrollton Police Chief Roberto Arredondo says it happened at the K-Town Plaza in an area known as Koreatown.
Currently, there is no immediate threat to the public. Victims were meeting with the suspect for a business purpose. This is not a random act of gunfire.
The suspect is in custody. Tennessee becomes the latest southern state to consider redrawing its congressional map after the U.S. Supreme Court severely weakened the Voting Rights Act. CBS's Nicole Valdez with more.
These are hundreds of people that have come from all across the state of Tennessee to protest this special session, one they say they were given just days notice of, to redraw the congressional maps here in Tennessee and essentially break up Tennessee's 9th congressional district. That includes the city of Memphis. It's the only Democratic district left in the state of Tennessee, and it is a majority-minority district.
The Alabama legislature has held a special session to plan for a redistricting proposal if the U.S. Supreme Court approves it. Republican Senator Chris Elliott.
We are here to preserve the option to go back to the maps that this elected body passed overwhelmingly in both chambers, and the governor signed into law.
Democratic Alabama Senator Bobby Singleton.
We should not be here. The court has already ruled on what they're going to do in these particular cases. Now the state of Alabama just trying to get ahead just because they've been told by the President of the United States to go out and do some redistricting.
The Alabama effort comes as the U.S. Supreme Court struck down a majority black congressional district in Louisiana. Vice President J.D. Vance returned to his hometown.